Hey y'all, how you perking? I hope you're perking good. So, 2022, February 2022. Predictions here. So, better late than never. At the time of filming this, it is the 5th. So, we're already 5 days into February at the time of filming this. Hopefully, I can get it up for you today. For those of you who have been wondering, where the hell have you been? Go check out my latest video, the video before this, titled Where I've Been. And that'll let you know. And for anybody wanting an update to that whole situation that I described there, I'll let you in on it in just a second here. But first, of course, we're wanting to get into the video. So, I am a licensed mental health clinician as well as a spiritual intuitive. And in these videos, we do take a look at the tea with the tarot. These videos are always meant to be helpful, not hateful. So, if you're down with that, join the family here. We'd love to have you. Me and my matching Penelope. She's matching the white portion of my shirt here with her beautiful white eye look. Love it. Love it. Yes. In addition to subscribing and tapping that notification bell, you can become a member of the Perk Squad for 5 extra perks, including video shout outs like this one. Shout out to you, Rebecca. Thank you for being a part of the Perk Squad. We're happy to have you here. And also other perks in the Perk Squad, like getting weekly forecasts. So those are still happening on a weekly basis, and exclusive videos like today. The Perk Squad's going to get an exclusive extended video here to say more about predictions coming in February 2022. We're going to get through a lot, as much as we can in this video, but there's going to be more. So if you want to be in the Perk Squad and see all the extra stuff there, all the extra videos, then click the blue join button that's down below next to the subscribe button, or in the description box, you can copy and paste the link into whatever web browser you choose. So, alrighty. As we're about to get into this, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the cards. Matter of fact, what I'll likely do is just record a brief little video updating on the status of where I've been and Bodhi, my fur baby Bodhi. He's 6 years old, not quite 7, and kind of showing the update for that for everybody who is curious. So actually, I'm gonna insert a clip here. I'm gonna make that and just insert that here for you. It's all day. I don't know what to do. If the doctor said he was fine, he's not fucking fine. I don't know what to do with this. He's nervous all the time. Alright, here's the update, y'all. Here's the update. I got a pack and play, little playpen from my sister-in-law that she used with her kids. And so while I am working in my office for my various jobs, little Bodhi can be secure in the pack and play. I put his brother Scooter in here with him because Scooter helps make him feel less alone and less nervous. So thank you for taking one for the team, Scooter. But this keeps him safe in 2 ways. One, it keeps pests, like you, Teddy. Pests, Teddy. Yeah, keeps playful pests away from him, and it also keeps him safe from wanting to run anywhere or jump anywhere or play. And he always has his harness on, and he always has his leash nearby so that he is ready. Anytime we need to go to the water bowl, we do it leashed. Anytime we need to go out to POTTY, we do it leashed so that he is 100% on rest. This is also done up like this so he can't slip and fall any kind of way because it's not slippery surfaces. We've got toys, we've got blankies, we've got pillies. So we're all comfy in here, and we're not even scared and wanting to get out because we have our brother, taking one for the team. Matter of fact, he jumps up begging to get in here because he thinks it's so damn comfortable, and he likes to get away from Teddy because he doesn't want to play. He's a curmudgeon. He's going to be 11 this year, and he doesn't want to play with a little puppy. So he's on strict bed rest, but at least he's home, and at least he's doing okay. Thank you to Margot, one of y'all wonderful viewers and subscribers, who said look into a playpen, and I just so happened to have a family member who let me borrow an old one. And so thank you Margot for suggesting that. It's working beautifully. Our little shaved patch is trying to grow in. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch you, I'm not gonna mess with you. But our little shaved patch is growing in. So that's good. And we take our medications twice a day like a good boy. We have some gabapentin and we have some prednisolone. So we have painkillers and steroid to help with the inflammation there around that C6, C7 disc that is dehydrated and threatening to rupture. So he's got to be strictly like this for 4 weeks. And then we go back to the emergency vet for a recheck to make sure all the swelling and everything has gone down enough, all the inflammation is cooled off, calmed down enough to see if we can avoid surgery, because that is the hope. We hope to be able to avoid surgery here. So I don't know. It's still up in the air about we might have to have surgery. But if he can rest well enough and, be confined like this for that long, then he might be able to avoid surgery, and I am sure hoping so. All right, so for everyone wondering and everyone asking, thank you so much for all of your concern, your support, your encouragement, your tips, your suggestions, all of the insights and information that you've been able to give. Thank you for everybody who has sent love and light and prayers, and even people who have donated when I didn't even ask y'all to. I think that it blows my mind, and I'm really, really grateful for that. Really, really grateful. Every last bit of all of those things have been very helpful. I haven't filmed a video in 9 days, which is extremely unlike me. I usually film about 2 to 3 a week, sometimes even 4. And so very unlike me, and I'm so grateful for all of your patience and your understanding and your support through this. Trying to do my regular job plus the new part-time job I picked up to kind of help pay for all of this, and take care of a new puppy and my sick boy. It's been busy, but I am trying to get into the swing of a new normal. I know we all hate those words now, don't we? So that I can be able to do it all and still be able to be as plugged in as possible, because I want this. I want to keep all of these things on my plate. I don't want to have to take anything off. So thank y'all for that. And I'm going to move this microphone right here, so we can jump on into this and not delay it any further. I know people are like, God damn, the intros, bleh. I know, but I did actually have an update. Had I just gone into this video and not updated people after the last video 9 fucking days ago, where I was bawling my eyeballs out, I'm pretty sure some people would be like, whoa, hold on. I need a little time to get filled in, and I need a little time to process, and I need to know where we are, and I'm still concerned, and I'm still in the dark, and hello, give us something. And so I agree. I think people would be like that if I just jumped into this. So I think I needed to take that pause and kind of explain, give some details about where we are, with everything. I feel like that's important for all of y'all to have. I like to be transparent as much as I can. So, anywho, thank y'all for all this. Whew. So, let's get into this. February 2022. I have not watched the news in the last 5 days. So I don't know if any of these things that I'm about to say may already come up. I hope not. But we're going to take a look into it. As always, in my handy dandy sticky note, we are looking at politics, the economy, which includes finance and career. We're also going to look at wellness, health, love, spirituality, and then we're going to look in the Perk Squad extended at what else should we know, anything about current events, celebrities, anything like that we should know. So all of that stuff we're diving into right now. So politics. Let's start with politics. Okay, let's get into it. Politics. What can we expect? Politics 2022, this month, February. What can we expect, spirit guides? And of course, always here for these monthly readings. I love all the viewers from everywhere around the world. So this is international, of course. Per usual. Okay, let's see. What have we got here? Alrighty, so very interesting first 3 cards. Very interesting first 4 cards. Let's just they've been throwing that guy out here a little too much lately for my comfort. I just gotta say that they have. So let's see. Do I want any context? Yes, I have context on my shirts that you probably see linked down below. I say that all the time. People in the private readings are always like, you said it here in the private reading. And I'm like, I say context all the time because I really do want some context. So I am going to get some context over here on this death card. And I would like some over here on this 5 of Wands upright as well. Also on this Lover's card in reverse down below. And this 8 of Pentacles in reverse down below. I want a lot of context. As I think my newest baby down there is literally eating the birds. Please stop chewing on the birds, Teddy. Jesus Lord. Okay, so what we are looking at here for politics February 2022. Y'all, this looks a little bit heated. I gotta say, this looks a little bit heated. With the Ace of Swords in reverse, this is kind of a little bit of a chaotic energy with politics. Granted, it's been a little hit and miss for a while now, but I wouldn't say it's been like always chaotic. There's always something going on. But I wouldn't call it always chaotic, but there looks like there's going to be a little bit of chaos in February of 2022 as it relates to politics. Over here with this 5 of Wands upright and then the Temperance card in reverse on top of it, y'all, I wouldn't be surprised if there was some kind of fuss going on politically. And when I say fuss, I mean like protests, riots, some kind of like a movement or a converging or groups standing up for something or making their voices heard. Like I see some kind of standing up and showing out here with this, especially with that Temperance card in reverse talking about things being out of balance and timing sucking. It's like, okay, this sucks. Enough is enough. Everything is out of whack now. Everything is out of balance now, and we want to say something about it and restore some balance some type of way. And I am seeing people speak out to that effect. That being said, I don't see everybody having the best idea in terms of how to do that. And I don't even see people having the best idea in terms of how to cope with that. So that could mean people standing up and speaking out in a way that it's like, I wish you wouldn't have done it that way, because now you're actually making shit worse than had you not done that. Or this can also mean them people speaking out some kind of way, and the people who are meant to cope with that and handle that get an egg on their face some kind of way, like, ooh, you should have done better than that, like let's say, this is just an example, but let's say people protested and the officials called in to surveil that, sprayed people in the eyes with something or whatever, and they're like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. Now people are going to talk about law enforcement going too far, or say people protested and people, the leadership who's like, we listen to the people and we answer the people, end up acting like, oh, that never happened. Let's just shove it under the rug. And it's like, seriously? Like, that's how you're going to handle it? You tried to make it sound like you were for the people and you're just going to kind of, skip on by this and avoid it? Like, what the fuck? So I'm seeing things not being handled well, coped with properly, and or people just not having their voices be heard in effective channels to begin with. So there's a couple of different things with that here, politically speaking. Again, with this bottom row, y'all, I'm just gonna say it. This death card, we know, usually stands for change and transformation, things moving forward, starting new chapters, etc. And I do feel like that is what it's referring to here partially, that it is referring to new things trying to bud up and get somewhere. So I do see that, but I would be remiss if I didn't mention that because we have seen this dude here more than just a couple of times in the last couple of readings like this, I'd be remiss if I didn't say it is possible that this could be taken literally, that someone important could be passing on in February, and that could be something that happens. So I'm just throwing that out there, that it's a possibility, because this card has come up a couple of times here in the recent past, and so it could be referring to a literal passing, not just the figurative types of meanings for this card. When we're getting this Two of Swords upright on it and kind of looking to these others that are coming along here, if we're talking about, dissecting kind of this change and transformation politically speaking, it looks like whatever this is, y'all see this, right? This Two of Swords, y'all see that it's like this or that. There's always a decision point to be made between these two paths, the fork in the road, if you will. And that's a particularly challenging thing to look at here, because we are so used to feeling like it's this side versus that side, and we're fighting against each other in these two factions, and everything feels so polarized. And this is kind of more of that energy, that between those energies, we're seeing further polarization in February. In fact, that's echoed here in the Lover's card in reverse, because again, not a coming together here. This is a splitting up further, a dividing further. And the Hangman card on it is like saying that this is something that's kind of a long time coming already in the making, and it's going to continue to kind of build from here. And I do remember seeing something in the World 2022 predictions I did. So I did do some 2022 predictions that were meant to be, all of 2022 for the whole world. And when I looked at that, I remembered seeing something in there that made it seem like things would start off a little bit, slow in terms of world events in January, and start to kind of pick up speed. And I am seeing that kind of a thing here. I'm seeing an increase in development, an increase in speed with which things on the world scale / societal scale start to develop. And I'm seeing that again here. When we get this 8 of Pentacles in reverse, this is like we're not being able to effectively work on this. So this is like if we're saying, oh, but politically we're going to do this and we're going to do that. We're going to work on this and bring this forward. I'm not really seeing that happen. So if there's been promises that have been made, like surely by this time we're going to have this for y'all, and then it didn't happen. Okay, never mind. But what I meant was now by this day we're gonna have this for y'all, and then it doesn't happen. And so I see more of that vibe coming, where it's like promises being made of what's gonna happen by certain times, and those times coming to pass, and those things not having happened yet. And that could be part of some of this disgruntled energy that we're seeing here on the top row as well. That could be part of that. A lot of this, in terms of the hang up of not getting things done, y'all, follow the money trail. I hate to say that, but it's so often true in so many things. Follow the money trail. And again, I need to pause myself and just say, all a leche, just my interpretation for everything that we're saying here, politically, economically, wellness, health, spiritual, whatever we're saying here, all alleged, just my interpretation, okay? But this is looking like we're following the money trail. So if there are promises that people have made to, politically speaking, saying we're going to do these things, and then they're not really actually getting very far on those promises, it's because it's not in their financial interest some kind of way. Sure, it would benefit us, but it's not in their financial interest some kind of way, and so we're not getting it because there's certain people that are like, I know I'm already super uber rich, but I don't want to lose any of my money to these poor people over here, and so they're like, no, we're gonna find ways to bend rules because we can pay people off to bend rules, or we can bribe or blackmail people to bend rules, or we can somehow afford it to have some kind of a say because our voice is louder than everybody else's voice, kind of thing. And I see these self-interested people getting their way, whether it's behind the scenes or in front of people's faces. And it feels like some of that's going to be leaking out. Now, I don't know if all of those leaks will be in February. I feel like it's probably going to be, over time here. So I wouldn't expect to see all of that come down this month, but certainly there's going to be some trickle-ins this month, and in the months to come, we're going to continue to see more trickling of that stuff getting out. Like, okay, who benefits from this decision? Because we don't fucking benefit from this, so who does? Oh, okay, I see. Real interesting that you benefit in this way. Okay, I see now, that's clear. And so things start to get clearer. So I'm seeing things getting clearer in a political sense in a way that makes people angry. And that tension building politically. So, very, very interesting here. Let me go ahead and pull these up and shuffle them in and go look at some of these other topics so we can make sure we hit on all of these. So economy, which is including finance and career. Let's look more at economy. That kind of includes all that financial shit as well. And again, all alleged, just my interpretation. So let's see. Well, these are not the best starts, I will say. Not the best starts. A little bit of hope here, but not the best. Y'all, before I'm not even going to get context on this. Economically speaking, financially speaking, this doesn't look so great. I'm just going to be honest. For February, this doesn't look so great. What I'm seeing here is people having some financial difficulties, financial challenges, and I see people down here manipulating markets, whether it's Wall Street type shit, whether it's housing market type shit, whether it's whatever the fuck, crypto type shit, I don't know. I'm seeing manipulation pretty much on a lot of those levels, a lot of those dimensions. I am seeing people manipulate. So even things like, now that I just said that, and I don't know much about financial stuff, so again, this is all alleged, just my interpretation. I'm just a girl reading cards here, okay? I am not your financial advisor. You don't take advice from me. You're just hearing what I'm saying about the cards for your entertainment. But I'm just letting you know, even in things like crypto that's not supposed to be regulated and affected by like our banking systems and this and that and the other, I still see manipulation there. Even if it's, say, a celebrity that's really hyping something up, and so a lot of people want to start buying, and then they're like, yay, a lot of people bought into it, now I'm going to pull my money out. And then it's like, oh, great, so you got us all to buy into it, and then you put, like shit like that, those kind of games or whatever. Like I'm seeing things even like that there. So in all these different places, I'm seeing these bullshit games in February, which is not what I see great economically, great financially. It might be great to the people who know what's going on, to the key players that kind of have the knowledge and the foresight of what's happening, but for normal people, regular average Joes like most of us, I see this as not being the best thing here. And we're going to have to be faced with certain situations and certain decisions on how to properly handle our finances. So what they're showing here is, try not to plant any seeds that you don't feel pretty comfortable with. So don't be, investing money that you can't afford to lose, that kind of a thing. So it's a little less risk in February. I'm seeing having a little less risk. That doesn't mean you can't do things, whatever, but they're saying maybe don't be like super risky right now. In fact, this Seven of Pentacles up here, this is a very long-term oriented card. So this is more like, okay, we're looking at kind of a long-term road here, long-term gains here, slowly building up to something type of thing here, rather than a quick up and down type of risky maneuver, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm looking at here, across the board, financially and economically. But let's dig in here to our next category, which includes wellness, health, love, spirituality, all of those things, especially with the COVID stuff going around. It's just a lot. I've actually had several people in my family have COVID in this past week. So at least I want to say almost 5 people, because things are kind of going fast. So yeah, if it wasn't that I was dealing with a new puppy, and then puppy spinal cord issues, and trying to get started in a new job to pay for all that, then it's like also family with COVID stuff. This week, there was a day this week that I had four breakdowns in one day. So for any of y'all that watch these videos and are like, do these people who do these videos, are they like us? Can they relate? Because I feel like they get to have this high and mighty fun little YouTube life, and here we are. I can't speak for everyone on YouTube, but just letting you know, I am a person, and I'm going through this shit too, okay? As it is, today, to kind of get myself up in a nice mood, I had to take some extra magnesium glycinate to try to help my magnesium levels from dipping. Don't be doing stuff just because I'm saying I do stuff. I've talked with my doctor. You talk with your doctor too. But for anybody struggling with like anxiety, depression, stuff like I do, talk to your doctor about whether or not you may have low levels of magnesium, because apparently close to 70% of the population does. And some people find that they feel a little bit better when they supplement with magnesium, and different types of magnesium do different types of things. Some will make you shit yourself. So be careful. Talk with your doctor. Like I said, I find a nice glycinate form that seems to help me out when I really need a little bit of a lift and I feel like my levels are sinking low, and that's something that I've spoken to my medical advisors about. So just throwing that out there for what it's worth. Don't know. But don't be researching shit all by yourself without medical help, because you're going to end up taking something and shitting yourself in your office, or, something bad like that, or shitting yourself at the grocery store. Don't be stupid. Talk to some professionals, see what might work for you. Just sharing a little thing for what it's worth, because we're about to talk about the health and wellness and love and spirituality categories. So we are on subject. This makes sense to the topic at hand. Here we go. So February 2022, health and wellness. What are we looking at here? All right. February health and wellness. What are we looking at here? Okay. This guy could go one of two ways based on where he is situated, so I would like a context card on him. Well, damn. Okay. Oh, well, okay. Okay, well, this is going very personal, and not necessarily personal to me, as in personal to all of us. So we're talking about, in a very internal level here with this pool. But when I am seeing these two cards come up like this, expect that this month is gonna bring your gunk up. Okay? This is a triggering month. I'm just gonna say it looks like, in terms of health and wellness and love and spirituality, this can be a very triggering month here, February of 2022. What I'm looking at with this is that there are going to be some situations and things that we might come in contact with that remind us of things that we've been through before, and it starts bubbling up for us. So whether that means we end up with a world stage thing that happened on the world stage before, or reminds us of that, and it brings some gunk up, or whether we're even talking about our own internal personal lives, being like, back in the day, this happened, and it made me feel betrayed, and now this is happening here with this person, and I'm feeling those feelings all over again. Fuck. Things like that. I'm seeing kind of a lot of that energy here in February. I'm not gonna lie, just giving us a heads up, okay? I'm kind of feeling a lot of that energy here in February. Now, with that, there's some work that we can do, internal work that we can do to recognize that that's what's going on, so we don't accidentally lash out and put our past gunk onto this future situation. Instead, we can pause and see it for what it is and try to work through this future situation, current situation, more effectively. So that's a good advocating for pause before you go full on. One of those whole respond, don't react, respond. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. We're going to feel tested with that this month. And the reason why I'm feeling like it's a lot of us, here we go with this Three of Pentacles card. Like, we're all going to go through this, okay? You might get lucky and squeak on by. You might. But you're probably going to be like the rest of us and not squeak on by and be faced with that this month. So here is your damn heads up. Just so you know. See it for what it is. Handle it accordingly. Try to breathe first before you respond without a knee-jerk reaction. Now, bottom row here. This feels like it's actually good as it relates to COVID stuff. Again, that keeps coming up in these wellness and health type readings because it's something that we're still dealing with internationally. So as long as it's a big thing that's still going on, then it probably is going to keep kind of coming up in the cards, and I'm seeing that here. This is mostly good though. This is mostly good. I am seeing quite a lot of people needing to do the whole quarantine, isolate, withdraw type of thing, in whatever ways is recommended by, guidelines and shit like that. But outside of that, with these two sandwiched on either side, it's funny. This is a knight, this is a knight. Both of these knights are upright. The Knight of Wands is one of the fastest knights. The Knight of Pentacles is one of the slowest knights. And they are on either side of this. And so have you ever been in a situation where you're like, that is the fastest slow thing that has ever happened, or that is the slowest fast thing that has ever happened, where things feel like it's both the longest time of your life and the shortest time of your life? You know, those weird paradoxical types of situations or moments or events. I'm sure you can all identify with something like that in your life. There's something that will feel like that related to COVID stuff in the month of February 2022. It will feel like that. Whether it's like, dang, that went by fast, but holy shit, we've been going through this for how long and whatever. Or it could be like, oh God, this is going on so long, but oh, then this happened and this brought something here to it. So there's going to be some weird paradoxical energy as it relates to that. But in terms of, like, for example, the latest variant that was a thing starts with an O. Don't know what I'm allowed to say on here or not. Y'all know what I mean. That a lot of that is kind of burning the candle from both ends in a way that speeds it up and kind of moves it along. So we're coming out of the woods on that. We're getting to a better direction on that. So that's good. That slow energy though, I hope we're not going to see something new kind of butt itself in, because it makes it seem like, oh good, that rushed itself out. Good, we're clear of that. And who the fuck is this though? Now this is coming in. Is this another thing we have to look at? So it's kind of like, yeah, while we might be clearing one thing out, another thing might be tiptoeing itself into the picture where we're like, another type of version, another thing. Like, is this gonna be a thing, or is this maybe just a short little isolated thing? Like, who are you and where did you come from, and can you go back to where you came from? Please leave us the fuck alone. That's kind of what it feels like. But overall, this row feels positive. So even if this thing here creeping in might be an annoyance, and even if quarantining and things like that could also be an annoyance, the overall energy of this feels better than some of the times that this has come up in the past. So let's count our blessings where we can. Let's not filter the positives. Let's see our silver linings when they present themselves. Okay? So, anywho, two things. One, if you'd like a private reading, then description box below, BeasTalksAndTarot.com, you can get a private reading. Second of all, Perk Squad members, whether you are currently in the Perk Squad or whether you want to join now, whatever have you, we're going to come at you with the extended video on this and see what else should we know about February 2022. Is there anything related to, again, current events, celebrities, anything else about February 2022 that we need to know? Natural disasters, weather-related events, I don't fucking know. You know, what else do we need to know? That's coming up at you next. And I feel like just to end off this video in a way that is bittersweet to me, I want to see if I can find some little B-rolls that contain my little Bodie boy before he somehow ended up with this disc issue that he's suffering with now, and that we're going through and trying so hard to avoid surgery and all of that. I'm going to find some videos back when he was more himself, and I'm going to play those B-rolls so that we can look at those and see what a happy and fun and playful and active little boy he is, and how we can all look at that and put our intentions out into the universe that, please, universe, can we have that little boy back? Can we have a little boy that is allowed to be active and playful and have fun with his siblings? Can we have that back again, please? And so just putting that out there so that we can, you know, watch it for some smiles and laughs and giggles, and also watch it for putting out intentions into the universe that we can manifest some health and wellness for that little boy so that we can have him back again. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to look that up for y'all. And Perk Squad, I am fixing to come at you with an extended. So Don't be a stranger. Come back and see me, and I will talk at you later. Bye, love you, me. Bye, love you, me. Bye, y'all. Now she's parched. She can't drink water really well. She's gonna start like snorting and shit. No? No snorting? Literally because I just mentioned that you do. The one time you're not gonna. It almost always happens. Yep. 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 What got into y'all? Y'all good now? Y'all good now? Yeah, funny. I need to use that thing right here on the carpet where this bitch likes to intentionally pee. Grr. You got a lot of functions happening here. Jeez. Jesus. Are you finished? Jesus, are you finished? Well, by the dick licks, I guess we're finished. Wow, son. Wow. Wow. Way to end the video. Way to end the video. Jeez. More dick licks. Nice. Are you finished? Is everybody finished? Drinking water, I guess so. Okay. Let me see if she pounces. Yeah. That was my elbow you just bit. When we get bit during their plays, must you fight right on top of me?
Get him. Get him.
Gosh. They're literally right on top of me. Oh, Jesus, that's my bladder. As Scooter's back there just watching, like, whatever. He's got front row stadium seating back there for this fight. Oh, okay. Scooter, you can't come in and lick dick in the middle of the fight. What a way to ruin the fight. You're supposed to be a spectator. Oh, okay. What? No, we can't. Are you fucking her face? That was not okay. Oh my gosh. Literally, he just did that on the video. You literally were a spectator in the audience, came out, decided to pick a fight with one of the actors on stage, and fucked her face. What is going on down here? Are y'all fixing to get zoomies up in here? Oh. You've made your daddy lose it. Bless. They both looked at me and then they both looked at each other really fast.
I don't think they'll come back or not. Oh. You need to follow that.
You may as well go chase her out.
Or they might come back.
They might come back. They might come back.
Yeah.
I hear him on the carpet.
They're on the table, yeah.
We're having zoomies. Okay. Okay. So this is what's happening. Bless. They disappeared into the kitchen. Oh. Odie, damn. Okay. There's a turtle turned over there. Jesus. This is a pretty long B-roll.
Very good material.
Fucking shenanigans. Weird ass chick. Who is? Bless. Are we good now? All three of us in our separate corners? Got a grip on life? Got your shit figured out? Scoot, you're sitting weird up there.
I know.
Okay.
It's so weird, look.
Scoot, you look weird. Alright. Are we done? We're good?
Not telling.
Oh, tell him the word?
Yeah.
That he got hype over from the start?
Yeah, because we didn't even say it.
Hey, son. Bodie. You want your suppers? Want suppers? Do you want your suppers? You want your suppers? You do. And they're in the kitchen. Jesus, you made Daddy hit his head. Tear up the headboard. Oh, goodness. Have we all recovered? Good.